I'm working for a Brazilian company, so I'm not using my English every day. I'm married. My free time, I like to go to the pub and play video gaming, watch TV. Yeah, that's it.
Nice. And how long have you been living over there?
1 year and a half now. Yeah, I come here in 2018 to study English, and I returned last year. Then no, they ended the last year before. I don't know how can I say that.
Okay, good. Nice. Thank you. And Vivian, please.
Hello, I'm from Suzano, São Paulo. I work with quality assurance. I have 3 child, and it's my first time here. And I'm trying to speak more English. It's my great difficulty, and that's it.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, it's just a personal thing. When I started working in that company, in this company that I'm working now, I was doing the beginning, I was doing these immersions like every day because it really helps to improve, to feel like confident, you know. So until nowadays, I try to do this immersion that I have to do weekly and one more because like there are some things that, for example, dislike, I say a lot. So that's something that I try to improve in these immersions, you know. So yeah, it's a good strategy. So please come back more often. Okay, guys. So let's start asking, answering the questions. So I will ask, please, Aldebaga, can you please read it's the first question, but
Introduce yourself and tell how the last book you read. Um, introduce myself. I just did, right? So my last book that I read is I don't know in English the title, but Como Fazer Amigo e Influenciar Pessoas is the last book that I read, and now I'm reading Startup Enxuta. I don't know in English the title as well. So I'm trying to read more, but I prefer read. You know, it's a physical book. I have a Kindle, but I never read over any book over there. So it's hard for me. I work as a software developer, so I try no use too much screen. You know, yeah, that's it.
yeah, awesome. I started reading the Startup Enxuta. I don't know if it's Lean Startup in English. It's just a guess, but yeah, it's a good book. And how to make friends, and I read too. Okay, Natalia, please.
Oh, my cat. She was crying before. The last book I read was The Death of Ivan Illich. It's a classical book, and I am trying to read more classical books, and made me think a lot. I spent like 2 days thinking about the book and making my reflections. It's a great book.
Okay, good. Thank you. Vivian, how about you?
Well, my last book that I read was syllabus because I need to read it for trying to take a certification for my work, né, TFL. I did the exam the last Friday, and now I'm reading Mulheres Sabidas. I'm trying to read more. I stay a long time without to read and things books.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes there's like a gap, and I go back reading, and then I stop, and it's hard to keep like the habit. Okay, so Natalia, please, can you read the next one?
What do you prefer, physical or virtual readings? Why? I prefer physical readings, but I have 3 cats and I live with my mom, so I need to physical books. I need to the lights open and lights on, and my mom. I like to read before sleep, and I can maintain my light on because my mom is sleeping and I have the cats, and I can close my door because of the cats. So I read more often virtual books, but I prefer physical ones.
Okay, thank you. Aldebaga, you already mentioned that you don't like the virtual stuff, but I will ask you why, and yeah, so please go ahead.
Yeah, I don't like virtual books because I just wanna, don't keep long time on screen. So I know it's Kindle, it's like a different kind of screen. But I took too timing on the screen. I start like now 8 and finish 10, 9 p.m. So I try to change some my routine to less more time on screen.
Yeah, makes total sense. And Vivian?
I like physical reading because I think it's more comfortable, and I like to see when we'll finish. Oh, é, falta pouco, né? Tipo, falei tudo isso. And virtual books, virtual reading seems like I'm working yet, and I working all day with the screen, and so I prefer physical reading.
Yeah, and this feeling like you can see how much you've read and how much it's left to read. It's sometimes a motivation, right? So
Yeah.
I agree. And Vivian, please read the next one.
In what ways have your reading habits changed in recent years? Um, I don't know why. How can I say? I stay a long time uh, without reading, and now news, and I just reading virtual. Uh, uh, I don't know.
Like,
I
just let me. I think I don't know if you agree, Vivian, but like I think we are reading much more because we read all the time, but posts and comments and some things really quick, and we don't read much books. I don't know if it happens to you, Vivian.
Yes, it's really, we read all the time, but nothing more uh, bigger texts, or we have we read the dynamic texts and tips and very little. It's different.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you think, Natalia?
I use it to read a lot, and exactly like Vivian, I spent a long time without reading any book, but now I am back and I am trying to read at least 2 books per month. And I agree with you. We are reading all the time, but not deep reading. We are only reading random things all the time, small pieces of information, and we don't stop to focus on reading. And I am trying to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Excellent point. And 2 books a month, it's a lot. So
Actually, it's a small goal because when I was young, I used to read like 2 books a week. I am a fast reading, fast reader. I don't know. So yeah, in January I read 2, and I hope to do it again.
my God, congratulations. Okay, Aldebaran, please.
I totally agree with Natalia, sorry. Nowadays, everyone like just read the title and the introduction. So it's like they know everything about this subject. It's pretty hard. And there are so many fake news as well. So this knowledge method, I think it's lost a lot, Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay, thank you. So let's see. Number 4, we kind of discussed in this question. So let's jump to number 5. Natalia, please, can you read for us?
Are people getting more informed or misinformed? I guess in general, more misinformed. As Aldebaran said, we read only the title and we think that we know everything about this topic. And it's very common in news. We saw the title and the commentaries, oh my gosh, I can't believe in it. And when you read all the text, you can see that it's totally different, but people don't stop to reading. So yeah, I think we are more misinformed.
Yeah, but I don't know, just something that came to my mind now, because I remember when I was a kid, people who had this habit of reading and buying newspapers was kind of intelligent people. And like today, I think the information, we get information faster, but doesn't mean this information is like is trustful, so you can trust in this information or that you completely understand the information. But I think that like in the past, only those people who really wanted to read and to have information they needed to go after the information, and like today the information comes to us. But so I don't know, you guys, like if we are getting more informed or misinformed, because I don't know. What do you think, Vivian?
I think the information is more easy to take the information is more easy today. When in the past, I just if I want information, uma informação específica, specific information, we need to go a library, or I don't know, a school. Today I have the information in my hand. Sorry, I mean, sorry. So now it's more easy, but it's a full of information, many information, and fake information. And so the people can be more informed or misinformed. Depends how I look for the information. So it's a difficult question.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, I said a lot and I didn't said anything, so but I agree with you. What do you think, Ademaria?
Yeah, I think it's a hard topic, because it's like you say, everyone said, we have over information on cell phone, network. So, but over information, and many that information is like, it's a fake. So it's hard to know it's the source is true or not. And I think before we didn't have that over information. So we have a source, a third source, newspaper. So the most of the time we can believe that information is true. Now everyone can write something, everyone can fake a news. So it's really hard to know that source is true or not. And I think these make more misinformed. Yeah, misinformed.
Yeah, it's true. Like anyone can write everything and about every topic. Like, and you don't
Yeah.
have to be a specialist in the field. Okay, so let's move on to the newspaper. And I've already answered this question that I don't buy newspaper anymore, just for my dogs. And yeah, like I remember when I was younger and I used to do like a subscription, and the guy came to your house to like, I don't know if they were delivered the newspaper, like very early in the morning, like 4:35 a.m. and like every day. But I don't know if we have this kind of service anymore, so I don't buy newspapers just for my dogs. And what about you, Natalia?
Oh, neither do I. I don't buy newspapers. And yeah, it was funny because como eu falo? Alguns dias atrás, a few days later.
Ago.
Assim como few days ago, my neighbor came to my door to ask for a newspaper or magazine to his child to do a homework, and I was like, oh my god, who have these things in house? I don't have, I'm sorry. And yeah, I was thinking, because it's hard to find nowadays too in the house.
And I didn't know teachers were doing this kind of activities.
Yeah.
It's so hard to find, but I remember when I was a kid, we used to I forgot how to say recortar, some stuff like, we need some pictures of, I don't know, cars or people. And But I didn't know they are still doing that.
Yeah, I was surprised too.
Okay, so Devagaya, please.
I never bought, newspaper. I don't know. I don't believe that there is that kind of service still. When I went to Brazil last year, in December, uh, in the newspaper store, I don't know the name, but the newspaper store, it's like just Coke keys and sell many things. It's not new paper. I don't know. Now with the internet and this kind of website, this kind of service is not usually for anyone more. Yeah.
Yeah, there's too many, like ads especially. And Vivian, please.
Yeah, I don't remember when I buy a newspaper for last time, many years ago. And I remember when I was a child, I used to read the newspaper for child, named Diarinho. Uh, it have como fala gibi? Quadrinhos, né? Tinha quadrinhos, and many games to child in the newspaper. So nowadays I don't see newspaper for reading, just for dogs, for pets.
Yeah, and you said about this, I don't know how to say, like this passatempos, those books that people used to buy and do Jogo dos Sete Erros. And this week I was buying the newspaper for my dogs, and I saw a lot of these books. And I was thinking, who is going to buy this? Because I don't know. I don't see anymore, the people with those books. Today we see only people with cell phones. And if you want to play something like this, you can download an app. So I don't know how these companies, they are kind of like surviving, because it's been, oh my God, some years that I haven't seen anyone with these books, or like in the bakery reading a newspaper. It's so yeah, I don't know how these companies, they are making money.
I have like I like to read Valor Econômico, if you want to read some news on Valor Econômico, at Valor Econômico, I don't know, you have to pay, because it's it's a kind of specific news. So I think they make these sessions paid to make money, because they don't deliver more. But Valor Econômico is no, it's delivery newspaper now stop, and they have a website, and you have to pay to read. You can just read the introduction, but the full news you have to pay.
Yeah, makes sense. But I think because they produce very specialized articles, right? Because I saw, like, I don't know if it was Folha or Estadão, they were doing this, but it's like most of the times there's some information that you can go to CNN and read,
Yeah, maybe. And there I think there are another kind of make money. It's just they sponsors. There are many parts of the website they are sponsors. So sometimes it's too hard to read something, because it's over the top and decide the other side. Yeah. maybe this.
Yeah, yeah, makes sense. Okay, so let's move on. It's number 7. And yeah, actually, Livraria Cultura has announced they are closing, right? So yeah, I think libraries, they are disappearing indeed. So it's too bad because I like the experience to get the book, or like Livraria Cultura they used to have big stores and people used to sit on the floor and read some books, and I miss this experience. And I don't think we have anything similar, at least here in São Paulo. I don't remember anywhere like this. It's too bad. What do you think, Vivian?
It's so sad. Uh, the library is disappearing, but I can see the the people, the young people now. They don't have habits to learn books, physical books, and unfortunately, it will be happening more times, and unfortunately.
Yeah, and I just remember now, I don't know if you guys ever experienced, but remember when we had, I think in Livraria Cultura, they had the headphone and like with CDs, and you could like listen to the music, and you just put the oh my God, the headphone and stay like listen to the music, knowing the singers or the band. And like today it's we can't even imagine doing this because you can have everything, you can listen to everything in your phone. So Aldebaga, please tell us your thoughts.
Yeah, the libraries, I think, is disappearing. This is a new, another kind of job, another kind of no job. Yeah, I think the job is die because the technology. We have to reinvent. It's like Kodak. I don't know, locadoras die after Netflix, so the company need to reinvent. So yeah, I think it's die. It's a long time that I didn't go any libraries because I buy my books by Amazon or Mercado Livre. Uh,
I think Aldebaga, sorry, but you were frozen. I like, at least I heard you until Mercado Livre.
yeah, I said that's a long time that I didn't go to a library. I think this kind of job, this kind of company, it's die because the technology. Uh, I buy any kind of books that I want by the website. So I buy by the Amazon or Mercado Livre.
Yeah, too bad. I think Saraiva, I don't know if they already quit the recuperação judicial because they were so yeah. And Natalia.
Yeah, it's so sad to see what has happened. And here in my city, it was we had a huge Saraiva and a huge Livraria Cultura in Guatemi, and now we don't have Cultura, and Saraiva, it's small. It was enormous, and now it's only a small store. So it is sad.
Yeah, and they are looking like Saraiva, especially like papelaria, because there's so many stuff they sell there. So okay, what is number 8, right? Yeah, I think we kind of discussed that, but yeah, let's move on. Vivian, can you please read the number 8?
With so many short posts and articles, are people getting lazier to read an entire book? Lazier, what means?
It's like preguiçoso.
Yes, it's really. Uh, I am I am a laser to read because all the information and the posts and the articles we have in uh, with more easy, né? So I agree.
Yeah, it's important to be honest. So I don't know, maybe Aldebaran has something to mention about it, but I remember when I've been to Canada, at least I used to see many people reading, like in the public transportation, when we compare to Brazil. I don't know if it's still like this because it's been a while since I was there, but I don't know, Aldebaran, what you think, how Dublin is about the people reading. But in my opinion, like Toronto, where I was, I saw a lot of people reading books or those newspaper, but not this newspaper that we buy. This one that people gave to you in on the street. And so, how things are over there?
Actually, I don't go out with frequency, because I'm working remotely. So my whole week, almost I stay in my home. So when I go out, it's like just on the weekend, and usually no one is reading on the bus or any place. And because the guys go on to drink some beers, so you know, for me, it's not my case. You bring a book and go to drink some beers. Um, but when I travel around here, it's like when I go to some beach, I see many people's reading on the beach. And this is like I didn't see this on Brazil. It's hard. You can see one people or two. It's pretty hard. The most of the time, they are with like a JBL. I don't know the name of the box with music. Yeah. I like, I when I go over there here, it's a bit little difference. It's quiet the beach, and sometimes I'm in Brazil. Yeah, but I think the people here read more than Brazilian people, and yeah, these post articles make us laser because it's over information, and I think we tired.
Yeah, but I think here in Brazil it's kind of impossible to read because the people are playing like any sport like football or volleyball, and there are people selling ice cream, and another one's like selling beers and caipirinhas. So it's impossible.
Selling everything is selling the beach.
Yeah, like clothes,
That's
everything.
true.
And it's funny because in Recife they sell like caldinho, in a garrafa térmica, and it's so hot, and people sell that, and they sell a lot because at the end of the day they don't have any more caldinho to sell. And the first time when I was there, I was like, oh, who's going to buy this caldinho? It's so hot and it's like 40 degrees, but I I bought and it was delicious, even though it
Yeah.
makes sweet, right? Like sour because it was so hot, but it's crazy because I can imagine like we doing this stuff here. At least in São Paulo, we don't sell this kind of stuff on the beach. Yeah, so it's impossible to read. You need to buy caldinho and a lot of stuff so you can read. Natalia, please.
Yeah, I think that people are getting lazier, and we have like posts, not posts, short videos in YouTube, TikTok. So sometimes people prefer to see that is these small videos and instead to read a book. And
Yeah, good point. There's this visual things that is happening. Like a lot of people, they rather watch a movie, a video than read. Okay, so let's move on to number 9. It's about social media and the bubbles. So, Aldebaran, please, can you read?
What is the impact of social media and information bubbles on people's, oh Jesus, acknowledgement?
Big word.
I don't know if I have a right pronunciation, but acknowledgement. I think so. I think this information bubbles and social media is like a misinformation. Because how I told before, it's like it's hard to know if there's a truly source that information, and many people, believe in these kind of fake news. It's really hard to know to broke this. I don't know how can I say that. It's a corrente, the chain. I don't know, chain. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that.
Yeah, and it's complicated because like when you are in contact with a certain information, you start to getting like overwhelmed only by this information because of the way that algorithm works. So it's hard, even like when I think about that, because I follow some people and I follow some subjects and I like to read some other stuff, but it's just that because I can't see beyond that because the algorithms they don't help. So
Yeah.
so like you kind of you actually build like a bubble, and this bubble is going to like you're going to be feed with this information that you are already like following and consuming.
Yeah, and you see a lot and you start believing that, it's like the word is plain. I don't know. Come on,
Yeah, but this is a crazy
sorry.
stuff. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so Vivian, please.
Yes, when when I was in a bubble, we how can I say? A gente tem aquele viés de confirmação. I see the same information, the same people, and the algorithm bring me this information parecidas, né? So we enter the bubble more deeper and deeper and deeper. So we we just saw that is in our front, just it. So we need to be careful with this information, because the algorithm just send you just you like to see, just it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it's comfort, right? Like, you are in your comfort zone, and it's good to see when you say something and people agree with you, and you read stuff that you believe in that. So it's your comfort zone. And Natalia, please.
Yeah, I totally agree. We only receive the information that we want to read, we want to see, so it's complicated. And we don't try to search for information because, as Vivian said, we are in our comfort zone. So yeah, I believe in this information, and I will keep believing in this information and reading this information, and I don't want to change my point of view.
Yes. Yeah, so okay, let's see, it's the last one. And we already discussed it briefly about shallow comprehension about stuff. And Vivian, please, it's number 10. What do you think?
Sorry, I don't understand what these questions mean.
It's like the shallow comprehension is like conhecimento superficial, you know? Like, people don't understand deeply.
Yes, and I saw, I can see an effect named, let's remember, Dunning-Kruger effect. It's like someone don't know anything about assunto, né? Uma pessoa que não sabe nada sobre o assunto and think that knows. Falar em português, não vou conseguir explicar. É uma pessoa que não sabe nada sobre um assunto e acha que é especialista naquele assunto e tenta ensinar aquilo que não sabe. Dunning-Kruger effect. I can see in all the time what's happening. Well, how can you teach something that you don't know about, but you think you know? It's happening all the time.
Yes, I didn't know that the thing has a name, but I know what you mean. Good. So please, Odevaga.
I think that happen nowadays, frequently. It's like many people just read the topic and the introduction and think know everything. I knew a guy like 3 months ago, that he say many things, and the source of information from him is like YouTube. Oh, I saw YouTube that everything that I say, it's like about rules the English and how the I don't know, energy bills in Dublin. So it's like he's a specialist. It's pretty hard. But it's happening a lot nowadays.
Yeah, it's the source of truth for many of people.
Yeah.
Natalia.
Yeah, I agree. And I didn't know that this it has a name, as Vivian said. So it's good to know.
Okay, thank you. And guys, welcome back. So how was the conversation? Let's see, Murilo, please. How was the conversation in your room?
Yeah, it was very good. Different points of view. Yeah, I learning a lot with my friends in another room. It's very interesting about technology and how technology behaves. Yeah, mainly nowadays. Yeah, and the future metaverse, it's changing a lot how people's behaviors. Yeah, for me, yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, good. Thank you. I will ask Arthur, what was the last book that you read or you are reading? I don't know.
Now I'm reading about 12 rules about life. I don't say that's correct name in English. It's about yes, 12 rules about life. It's a book the John Peterson. It's a psychologist, and I'm reading this book in this moment.
I think I know what the book is. Is like the cover is like it's white, right? And there's
Yes.
the middle. I know. Mariana, what was the last book or the one that you were reading or you read?
The last was Snow White and Seven Anões, A Branca de Neve e os Sete Anões, in Italian, because I study Italian too. But now about technology, I'm reading Data Science for Business.
I know. I have the book. I started reading and then I stopped it, and now I'm reading how to be a better programmer. I'm not a programmer person, but I'm trying to improve my code because sometimes it gets like messy. So it's a good book. Okay, guys. Vivian Debaran, I hope you guys enjoyed your first time here. Vivian, how was the conversation for you?
I like it so much. I haven't so difficult to speaking, but I improve it, and I like it so much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for being here. It was a pleasure. Aldebaran, please. How was the conversation?
It was great. It's my second week, so I'm like participated in many kind of I don't know, class, many kind of class. And this is my first in tech. I'll try to participate more. So thank you for your support.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, Mariana and Carlos, they are also hosts. Carlos, it's pretty early, so it's 7, right?
It's only 1 hour from your conversation. Isn't so early.
It's a plenty time to sleep.
No, I was talking muted. I thought it's only 1 hour before your conversation class, so it isn't so early.
Yeah.
7 a.m. on Mondays, it's perfect.
So guys, Mariana and Carlos, they are hosts too, and so please go over there and schedule a meeting with them because it's good stuff. Okay, guys, so I sent the survey, so please, if you can go over there and give your opinion about the immersion, the YouTube video that we were live, and my LinkedIn. Want to connect? It's actually it's kind of the only social media that I use. I don't use much other stuff. And yeah, that next week we are going to talk about this. Let me see here. It's about how technology can boost our learning skills. So we're going to talk about what the habits you guys have, what you guys have do to be more productive, and this kind of stuff. So thank you for being here, and I hope to see you next time.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.